got live. So welcome to episode 83 of Chillin with the NY Warriors. All right, guys. Yeah, we're testing out the new setup here, the Stream Yard. We're getting ready when Hangouts is, when no longer Hangouts is available. So we'll figure we'll just use it tonight for the first episode. It's pretty simple to use. We'll see how it goes tonight. But first, we're missing one more person, Marky 316. He'll be with us. He's just running a little late, so we decided to start again. We're actually on time. It's 9:59 right now. So
a minute early.
Yeah, we're a minute early.
Well, according to Simple,
real quick, guys, I just want to start with introductions on my panel. But first, I want to introduce a longtime friend of the NY Warriors, the guy who pretty much started us off doing on air podcast shows. We got my man Marty.
What is going on? Marty here. Welcome to Comic Talk, everybody. I'm here now, but seriously, guys, it is an honor and a pleasure to be back live again with you guys, especially with you guys, because you guys are what basically what Comic Talk was all about, man. You guys brought Comic Talk to the show live and everything. I mean, you guys, New York Warriors was basically,
yeah, it's Comic Talk. It's the same. Everybody on the panel was there. That's when we started. Second episode, I was already there.
Oh man, so it is an honor and a privilege for you guys to invite me on to your guys' live show, man. It's been a minute since I actually been on you guys' show. I know Ray was on a few episodes ago, but
yeah.
I just want to say thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate the invite for this. I really appreciate you guys inviting me on to talk a little bit about some nerdy stuff. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. I know I've been a little bit, under the radar. But
fine. You've been doing your thing, man.
Laying low.
But, to be able to see everybody again, Big E's and Mr. Mayor, what's up, Mr. Mayor? Marky. But hey, man, it's awesome, man. Thank you so much once again. I appreciate you guys inviting me.
All right, cool. All right, and next we got, speaking of the mayor, Jeff Johnson.
What's up, people? Feels good to see all your guys on this hot, muggy Monday. I mean, we got a lot to talk about. Marty's in the house. Glad to have him on. So let's get the show started.
All right. And last but definitely not least, we got Joker M21.
What's good, people? What's going on? Shout out to everybody here, man. And want to give a real quick shout out to Big Lion Cat for his auction on Saturday. I just mailed out everybody's stuff this morning. Everybody who bought from me shipped out this morning, so y'all should get them sometime this week. And yeah, man, let's get the show started, bro.
All right, so real quickly before we get started into what we're going to talk about, basically we're going to shoot from the hip on this episode. I know there's a few things that Jeff wanted to talk about, but we'll bring it up in a second. Just want to give shout outs to everybody that joined us in the chat. We got you know what I like about this setup? I don't have to worry about opening up YouTube, none of that. The chat's right here next to me. So we got a BXPR Collector, the Art Chemics, El Comic Box, Ben Compton in the house. Who else we have? Eddie the Comic Guy, Tex the Collector, Lords of the Long Box in the house. Who else we have? Big Lion Cat 646, Wobbles. He says, "What's up, fellas? I have a question. I'm going to Fan Expo. I don't know if save up to $500. Should I spend it on a one key or grail, or should I spread it out?"
Get that one key, that grail. Get that one grail, yo.
Yeah, I saw you ask this also with ETA Nick. I kind of agree with ETA Nick. If you could get the one grail, get it. If you can't, get smaller grails to attain your bigger grail. That's my
exactly.
Next, we got Kingdom Comics in the house. 4-way flashes on Comics 4-way. I didn't write you back to you. My apologies. I did get the book. Everything was perfect. So no worries on that. Who else? Alex the Comic Quarter in the house. Who else?
We got somebody called Comic Book Fanatic.
Oh, that's Marty, guys. Comic
I know.
Who else we have? We have Comic Brains in the house. We have James Gallegos, Eddie Comics and Games, Gorilla Grotto 5. Just everybody's up in here. All right, so there's a couple of things, Jeff, you wanted to talk about.
Okay. Well, we've got a couple of things to talk about. One of them we could talk about is specking on books. There's a lot of people now since Phase 4 has came out and everything, and all these comic book movies and stuff are out. People are specking on books, and it really went hard when they announced Jane was going to be the female Thor. Everybody starts specking that Thor book, and there's a couple people out there who made YouTube videos, and I'm not going to name any names, but they saying that it's like specking a person specking on a comic book is like a sleazy guy at a used car sales. So what your guys think about that? I mean, is it wrong to spec? Is it like a sleaze? Is you being sleazy? You specking on books? Because I
That's
like
part of the
it.
game, man. That's part of the game, man. When you spec, I do. I jump in the type train sometimes. You know what I mean? When they spec, I buy that book. And if I want to flip it, I flip it. Like, look at that. What if Thor 10, right? That What if 10. I'm trying to flip it, for the best I can because I know it's gonna be hot now. Later down the road, I don't think it's gonna be so hot though. So
Yeah, my opinion on specking. I think speculators or just anyone in general that buys a comic and sells it to attain something else. I think we keep the market of comic book open, the comic book business open. The reader is not going to keep the comic book industry open. The reader will just read just books digitally. My kids, for example, my daughter, she's reading some comics right now, but she doesn't want the hard copy. She reads them on her tablet. She reads it like that, graphic novels. So she's not gonna keep the comic industry open. You know what I mean? She's not gonna keep stores open. Who's gonna keep the stores open is I am, because I'm the one who's gonna go to the back issues and look for certain issues and look for these speculation books and gonna take books and grade them and things like that. I'm the one who's gonna keep the stores open, not the readers.
mhm.
Not saying that there's nothing wrong with reading. You know what I mean? Let me make sure I'm clear with that.
Yes, because with me, you got to read the book.
Yeah,
If you're gonna be a
read
collector,
the
you
book,
got to
but
read the book.
speculators keep the business open. That's all. So I
Yeah,
got to say.
definitely.
What do you think, Marty?
Well, it's very interesting. I have nothing wrong with speculating. I think speculating books are thing is amazing because with a lot of people who speculate, they kind of look forward. They kind of look forward as far as okay, what might be the hot book coming up.
Mhm.
When you speculate, I notice when you speculate TV shows, you're kind of going up for that moment and it goes back down,
Yeah.
right? It's not like movies. But then again, certain spec books for movies, may go high, but then may go down low again. Some stay at a constant level. Some might even go higher. There's a wide variety as far as that goes. Now, speculating, I think is great because it kind of gives me the idea of like, oh, well, that's a hot book. Not to mention that's a first appearance. That's a key issue somehow. And a lot of us are in the games of buying either number ones, minor key issues, major key issues, whatever key issues, key issues, right? So it's good to know based off speculation what it's a good book to get before it gets way beyond our reach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because so when people spec, hey, you know what? The Ultimate Fantastic Four number 21, 22, 23. Right, first appearance of the zombies, right?
Marvel Zombies, yeah.
Right. Great idea. I had no idea at one point, and then I realized, I always thought, okay, Marvel Zombies was Marvel Zombies. That's the first appearance of Marvel Zombies, but there was something before it, and people were speculating on that. But that's great. But guess what? It gave me the idea. It gave me the knowledge. It gave me the forehand to realize, like, oh shit, there was something before that. So guess what? I better get that book before it gets out of reach on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good key issue to have, right? It's a good key issue to have. And anybody who's a comic book collector, regardless if you're trying to fill your gaps or what have you, key issues are key issues, regardless. Minor key issues, big key issues, grails. It's good to have in your collection, man, because you never know. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, someone comes over, looks at your comic book collection, and be like, "Yo, man, wow, that's the first appearance of something, or that's a key issue of something." It doesn't have to be a major grail. That and be Amazing Fantasy number 15. You know what I mean? I mean that's a grail, right?
Yeah.
Have something like that. But nevertheless, man, I think the knowledge of people specking on books, I believe it is very great as far as a collector goes, because it provides you the information to allow you to have those books in your collection.
That's right.
I'm sorry, I got a little long-winded. It's been a while. Please forgive me,
It's all
guys.
right. No, good, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Ah, kick that knowledge, man. Kick that knowledge.
Yeah.
If I screw up here, it's been a while since I actually been live and stuff like that. So if I get a little long-winded, I apologize.
Nah, go ahead, man. The floor's yours, man.
But that's my opinion on that. I think speculating is fine, man. I don't think there's anything wrong with flipping. I mean, I find out if there's a hot book that's on the list somewhere, and I'll try to get it. Doesn't mean I'm going to flip it. I have nothing wrong with people trying to flip books, because people flip books for all different reasons. People flip books because they need cash, or they need cash because they're trying to attain a certain key issue or grill that they want in their collection. There's nothing wrong with that. I know at one time back when we all started this a while back, it used to be where Marky. Sorry, I had to throw that in.
It's all right.
But people were flipping for all different reasons, man, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. And I think more power with the market. What we do as comic book collectors, we dictate the market. And the more we get, the more information that we get when it comes to what to collect, and the knowledge of the comic books. I mean, it's great, because if it wasn't for people that spec books, how would we know certain books that were key issues, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Exactly.
who the hell would know? I mean, because not everybody knows everything.
We don't read everything.
Not everybody knows everything about a certain comic book, whether you're a DC collector, a Marvel collector, or Image collector, or whatever, right? I guarantee you, nobody on this panel, no one out there that's viewing in the chat room has read every single comic book and knows every first appearance, knows every damn key issue there is, right? Nothing.
Yeah.
No one knows that stuff, right? But then, you get all this information about this TV show coming out, this movie's coming out. People are speculating about this book. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, let me get that book for whatever reason, because I like that character and I want to get it because before it gets too hot, before it gets out of my reach. So, but that's my 2 cents on it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's. I agree with you, man. That sounds totally cool, man.
Yeah, definitely. So they have a feature here, real quick, on you can highlight the chat, and you'll see their logos come up, and whatever the last, their comment says.
And of course, you had to put Big Lion Cat.
Of course.
With the Blue Ridge crew.
There are a lot of people, and I apologize. There are a lot of people that are on the live chat that I had no idea the names of. You know what I mean? I know it's been a minute. I see a lot of people with familiar names and everything. I've seen a lot
Well, we have Mr. Unknown joined us. Thanks for joining us. We got Lone Espinoza. Lone Espinoza is a regular now too. Marty, I don't know if you know who that is. Who else? Big Lion Cat 646. He, his origin story. He got onto the YouTube community because of Ray Jr.
okay.
He found Ray Jr. on the CGC
The forum.
Yeah, the forum boards. Yeah, and
right.
that's where he found them. That's where he.
Well, you know what? Let's give credit where credit due. Let's see if I do it right here. This guy down here, Marty. He's the one that got us all started with the whole YouTube and talking and all that stuff. So
no, I appreciate that, guys, but no. But it may have gotten started because of that, but you guys kept it going, man. And that I mean, seriously, when comic talk started, right? When I started doing videos, I was watching guys like Hey Nick, TiVo, a bunch of other guys, Holler Mouse, all those guys. I was watching all those videos, and I was I was getting back into comic book collecting, and I was like, I didn't realize there was such a big group of people that were doing comic books related videos. And I was just like, oh, this is amazing, man. And so I started watching these videos, and then I started getting into them. And then I started doing my own videos. If you go back like years and years ago of when I started doing videos, there's such a big difference, from then until now. Then being I had more videos, now I don't have any. However, but I remember we did, and I was talking to Ray at one point in time. I said, Ray, man, you know what? This is huge. This is huge, man. There's a lot of people that collect comic books like us, and they have comic book YouTube channels, man. I said, you know what would be cool, man? I mean, we interact with them. People comment on our posts. I said, let's do a show, man. Let's do a show. And I got the idea actually from Hero Statue Collector Lou, rest in peace. You guys remember Statue Collector Lou?
Rest in peace, Lou. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. He used to have a show, Immortalized in Stone, and he would do videos and talk about statues. I said, man, we should do something like that, but comic book related, So he said, yeah, let's do that. So we started first episode, and the second episode and third episode and everything. Everybody started joining us, and we would have such a big panel. We can only put 10 in there. Remember, you can only put so many people, 10 in there. And we kind of just let it flow because it's like everybody wanted to talk about comic books. Everybody was excited. Everybody wanted to talk about comic books. Everybody had their own opinion and stuff. And I remember on Sundays, I would be like, hey, man, I can't add you in this week because I got someone coming on this week. Would you mind if I, and everybody was really cool about it, And so I said, hey, listen, man, so we started doing the thing called Comic Talk. We started doing Comic Talk, man. And Biggie's came on, Mayor came on, Marky came on, TiVo came on, Paney's Comics, Gene Paul Ace Peter, Punisher 88, who else was on there? Mr. Mayor was on there. I mean, Stelos was on there. Manny.
JLS was on there too.
Yeah, he was.
Comics. And then, so we started doing that because the whole concept of that was I wanted to bring a face to the videos, because everybody would do that first person shooter, type of comic books. You never saw their face. You just saw the comic books, and you would hear their voice and everything like that. And I said, man, let's bring a face to the comic book community and who these.
Erod too. Erod said he made the panel. He said, "Don't forget him. Don't forget me."
Erod too, yeah. And so we started developing that. We were like, yeah, let's do that, man. So we started doing these shows and everything like that, and I think it brought everybody together as a community, which I wanted, because when it started doing that, you started getting to know people. Then you started doing trades, man. You started doing acts of kindness. Remember that? People used to send stuff to each other.
Yeah.
We used to do a whole bunch of stuff, man. So it was amazing. It was such a great time. I mean, you had your drama, you had your issues and stuff like that, but the most part of it, the community was coming together, and I really, really loved that, man.
Yeah, we had a blast, man. I still keep an active playlist of the first 8 episodes on the channel if anybody wants to watch them.
Right. Yeah. And then you guys took off with it, man. You guys, you guys went, then Lords of Longbox had their show, and they asked me and Marky to come on. And so we were on that for a little bit. We did the show. And then New York Warrior shows, you guys came on with that and everything. And then you guys kept it going this whole entire time, man. So I appreciate the shout out there, but you guys are the ones that kept the whole community going, man. So shout out to you guys.
It's been over this July 2nd. We made 2 years straight doing the show.
Oh man,
2 years,
dude.
2 years straight doing the show. Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Seems like I mean, that's great forever.
I've been doing the channel. I've been doing the channel since October 2015, but then the show was in 2017.
Yeah. So it's been a hell of a ride, man, through this whole thing, and I I kind of went under the radar a little bit because life happens. Moving from Texas to Florida,
Yeah.
Trying to get incorporated into a new job. Life happens, but the whole thing of the matter is that I still watch everybody's shows. I watch you guys' shows all the time, man.
Yeah. Oh, you did some videos, guys. Check out Comic Fanatics. He put out some new haul vids and stuff. Check it out. Some good stuff, man.
Yeah, it sucks, guys, because I haven't been doing videos for a while.
It is good. Everything look good. Just still look nice and clear. I like the first person shooter when you're showing the books. I like that.
And with that said, man, I mean it's been a hell of a roller coaster, a ride. Life gets in the way and everything, but I still watch you guys' show. I watch TiVo's show all the time. I'm still collecting comics, man. As you guys see, just based off the haul video I did, I'm still collecting comic books, man. It's just no change. I still collect my statues, my Star Wars room. I still collect all of that stuff. It's about collecting. It's just that I just haven't been doing a lot of videos at that, But dude, man, it's
man.
It's great seeing you guys, man. You guys are awesome.
Definitely. Marky, thanks for joining us, man. We didn't get a chance to introduce you. What's up?
It's all right, dude. You know me. I've been working. I'm doing. See all this crap. I'm moving all this stuff. Everything is just all over the place, So this room that I've always been in it's like right now a temporary storage to move stuff, trying to get everything around. It's just been crazy. It's been a crazy week, You know why I was away from my because I had to go somewhere place for work, and then just every holiday, family event, and whatever happened last week or whatever. So I was just like working, going out, working, and then of course everybody knows I went to Iron Maiden on Friday, which was fucking great. So that was. So I just, and tonight I told you, I said, I'm getting on later. So it was just great. But when I heard Marty was coming on, I said, all right, I got to get on here, man. I don't care how tired I am. I haven't seen this dude in a long effing time. And it's great to hear your voice again. And it's also great to hear that you're doing good and everything's going good for you and all that stuff, brother. We miss you.
I appreciate that, man. I miss you guys too. Really do. But I still keep in touch with everybody as much as I can, It's just a matter of, like I said, just working and everything like that. And life, and life happens, man.
Exactly.
But you never forget where you come from, man. And between TiVo, Lords of the Round Table, Lords of the Long Box, New York Warriors. I mean, you guys. I'll always watch your all's video. There's just so many. There's so many people that have joined the comic book community since I've been kind of like under, man. It's just no way I can, watch everybody, man. There's so many people that, push out some content. Not necessarily always good content, but, I see people, they push out content. Not everybody likes the same thing, right? So everybody's different, But, for the most part, like I just messaged TiVo last week. I'm just like, hey, TiVo, man, before you guys go live, man, can you, hook a brother up here? You know what I mean? Let me know what's going on with the spec thing, man, So, I talked to TiVo. He's, he's a very helpful guy, man. He's a good guy. He knows what the hell he's talking about. I love his format, too, man. His show, his format, what they've been doing with
it's
that.
Evolved, right, Marty? It really is evolved when we were on there. It's just crazy what he's doing on this show.
Yeah, and I think he had like an interview with a comic book collecting channel or Facebook, whatever it was, man. It was, he's absolutely wonderful. Shout out to TiVo as far as that goes, man.
And also shout out to Ryan, who's controlling all the little graphics and everything like that. Remember when he first got the program and all the problems that he ran into?
TiVo better be paying Ryan some good money.
Yeah, man. Everybody ought to give a big thank you to Ryan, man, because
do you remember before we went live all the time, Ryan used to be so mad. He's just
he got pissed.
Oh shit, we got Lord of the Long Box secrets. What's up?
Yeah. He wanted the show to be great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wanted to do good for the show, man, and he'll beat himself up when he couldn't get things working the way we were hoping it would work, man. But But Ryan, man, just amazing. Just what he's doing.
The tenacity, and he never gave up on it and everything.
Yeah.
And
I gotta give Tebow a shout out. He knows what for. I don't want to mention what it is, but he knows what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah. You know, and also the fact that and he had everything set up right, and we hit live, and then everything, and he, so I'm glad he got all the bugs out, and they're doing their thing, and they're doing good, man. They got a nice format going, and good for them, man.
And I have to give a shout out to Enrique too, man, because I remember I did a video a while back, long time ago, man. My first Wonder Woman bondage comic book.
Oh my God, yo guys with the bondage.
That guy right there.
Yeah, I remember that video.
That out there.
Oh snap!
Oh,
you can see your cat went all crazy behind you.
That was crazy. I almost fell out of my chair, man, when I saw that, because it's like when he sent me that book, man. I was open. I had no idea. I opened it up. Act of kindness, and you open the book up, and I was like, "Holy crap! Shit! Snap!"
Yeah, it was a quality book. Usually, when people give an okay, they'll give like a filler book, but that book was pretty nice.
I think after that, I think we're all sending bondage covers to Marty and everything. We're finding
it was a thing, man.
And that was his thing. It's like, oh shit, we go digging, and it's like, oh, bondage. Oh, I'll put that aside to Marty and throw it in a package. Next deal or trade we make and all that. Me and Marty, we made a whole bunch of trades in the beginning, and we didn't hardly know each other, and it was great. We did some good trades with each other.
Yeah, and Marty used to have this show late night.
2
o'clock,
shooting the shit.
Shooting the shit.
Market 316.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, I was shooting the shit. Mm-hmm. And he'd be up 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh God, I remember that. It's still up there. I still have that video up there.
Yeah, exactly. And every once in a while I'd come on if I was up, and I was just like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" But you know what? Besides comic talk, man, and then we had Jean Paul Ace Peter, man.
Sean.
Off-air things where people really got to know each other on a personal level without being, actually live on air, without having any type of format or discussing anything.
Oh, remember the female fanatics?
The female fanatics. Yes, I remember the female.
I remember them.
And I was hoping good things for them. I was hoping good things for them. They started their their own little thing and stuff. But they didn't.
You went out. You know what? You went out your way for them, because you used to let them go on the channel, do their own show.
Yeah.
You used to log them in and let them run their own.
I did.
Show for a couple hours. That was dope.
I wanted them to have a little something of their own. You know what I mean? So I would, I'd go live, let them do the show on my channel and everything, and then eventually they kind of broadened out and kind of did their own thing.
They created their own channel.
Right. And then after a while, I had talked to Ray. I said, Ray, man, we got everybody together as a comic book community, man. Well, what can we do to kind of step our game up a little bit, man? Because it seemed to kind of get a little stagnant here for a little bit, So what can we do to step our game up? And I remember one day, my first guest was, I believe, Ken Lashley. Ken Lashley was my first guest. Remember that?
Yeah,
I remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then we started developing more artists or writers or
Ken Lashley. You had Sam De La Rosa. Mm-hmm. You had the other dude, the one that Ray can't stand now.
Oh, Tom Cook. Tom Crook.
Tom Crook, right? Yeah, Tom Crook. Then you had Delaris. What's her name?
Yeah.
Delaris.
Oh, Chris Delaris. Yeah,
We had Tyndall on there too before he hit it big. Now, right?
James Tyndall was on there.
Yeah, now we can talk about this though. Who I couldn't stand was like her husband. Oh my god, he used to talk, and he would take over the whole show.
You're talking about Chris.
You lost your mic, E. You lost your mic. You got so excited, you knocked yourself out.
Her husband. It was her husband.
No.
He's a big time artist now. He does a lot of covers and everything.
What's his name?
Jimmy Tyndall.
No, not him. Jimmy.
Oh, who?
He used to come on the show on the regular. at the end. Chris
Oh.
Dolores' husband.
Oh, him.
Oh no, that wasn't her husband. Actually, that was he owned a comic book store, so
Yeah.
he helped her out, as far as promoting her and things like that. But you know what? I haven't heard from Chris in a while. I don't know if she got rid of her Facebook or whatever. I tried messaging her a few times.
She posts a little bit on IG and everything like
Does
that.
she?
Yeah,
Okay.
here and there.
She's probably on Instagram.
Yeah,
she's amazing artist, amazing person. We had her on the show at one time, and I got a couple commissions for her. Just an overall sweet person, man. And she was so passionate about what she did. I remember that when we had her on that show, how passionate she was when she talked about her artwork or other people's artwork.
Mm-hmm.
It was just nice having her on there.
She did that Lady Death digital print for me and everything for nothing. She sent she put it out there, but she said, "Hey,
She said, "Mark, get PDF."
Yeah, she sent me an actual high-res PDF of it.
Yeah.
And Eddie, the comic guy, when he was at this printing job, was nice enough to make me a nice print of it. And she didn't have to do that. She could have just say, "Hey, you want this? This is how much." But she sent it to me, so that was really
cool.
But
the guy that you had on, man, Marking had nothing on him.
Everybody's yelling at me that I talk too damn much.
This is what I'm saying, please. And I'm like, oh my God, hurry up already.
No, but it was
we had fun.
It was good. It was good while it lasted. You can never really go back home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and with Comic Talk, kind of like closing out at a certain point of time.
Oh, there go JLS. JLS said his name is Robert
Paulson.
Oh yeah. And so it was, it was more of I think a doorway for everybody else to kind of continue on with what they, what you guys are doing and TiVo is doing, and bringing in a lot, so many new, like I'd watch your auctions, man. I'd watch your auctions because as I drive, I work for FedEx now. And so from the terminal all the way to Gulf Breeze is about 45 minutes drive. So I would, I'll play like if you guys had an auction or a show the night before, I'd watch it the next day. Same with Lords of the Round Table. I would watch the show the next day if I can't catch it the night prior and the same night. And so I'll watch it, and I'm looking, I'm looking down to the chats and everything, and some of the guests that you guys have, and I'm just like, man, who are these people, man? You know what I mean? But it's interesting, and it's good. It's good to see these. It's good to see this these faces. It's good to see people that are trying to get into the collecting business. If you guys don't know, man, my name is Marty, and I'm kind of new into the collecting, comic book connecting and statue collecting thing. So if you just tuned in, I'm just kind of new to this. So,
oh, please.
Everybody in the chat knows who you are. Everybody in the chat here knows who you are.
What they may not know about you, Marty.
Who that's here? Who else? Everybody that's in here knows who you are.
What they may not know about Marty is his Harley Quinn fetish.
Listen, even Toro, Keeping It Toro Comics, he just started his channels pretty new, but he's been watching all the way since Comic Book Fanatics, since Comic Talk, and he just now recently decided to do a channel. So there's a lot of people that come up here. I Lopez on. When I mentioned you or Ray, they said they've been watching ever since then.
Oh, appreciate that, man. I used to watch you before I joined with the guys, man. I enjoyed your statue, your room tours and stuff like that. Those were awesome videos, man. Definitely.
I appreciate that. And I've been actually thinking about I'd like to do a reunion Comic Talk eventually. Yeah. I like to get everybody.
That would be interesting.
Old panel again, and just kind of do a whole reunion. Yeah. And come up with some certain topics and everything. But I'd love to do a reunion Comic Talk. I think I do that once a year.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to do it with a different. The Hangouts can't do it anymore after August. Yeah.
I don't know, like the whole YouTube thing. I don't know what exactly like what's the new thing. So I'm gonna have to kind of get savvy on that for a little bit, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Ray's still making video. He could remind you. He could show you the ropes again.
Yeah.
Ray's been holding down the fort, man. He's been a trooper, dude.
Yeah.
Ray has been a freaking trooper, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
He's been holding down the fort, even being deployed, even with the moving that he's been going on. He's
Doesn't stop him. Doesn't
No, it
stop
doesn't
him.
stop, man. I feel like shit, man, because you know, I have no fucking excuse whatsoever, and he's doing all these videos deployed or whatever, and then I'm here just like sitting back.
And he still has time to work out like he's friggin' Arnold Schwarzenegger and shit like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
seriously,
oh my
man.
God,
All right.
jeez.
He's a beast, man, and he's getting his wife. He's like She-Hulk. His wife's like She-Hulk now. You know what I mean?
Why you had to say that?
My man Ray been so active in IG too recently, man. He just opened up his IG.
Yeah, he finally got in there,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Because he said his daughter tell him, "Dad, get with the times," and she went,
Who was it that posted King of the Golden State? James Hayes. He posted something and he tagged me and he mentioned, man, I almost spit my coffee out.
Yeah, right, exactly.
and you know, and I saw that, I was like, holy shit, Ray's on IG, man. I've been on IG for freaking like 2-3 years, man.
Yeah.
Ray, get on IG, man. Post your shit, you know?
Yeah, it's so much easier. I
Yeah.
hate Facebook, IG all day. So real quick in the chat, shout out to Jay Raham. Thanks for joining us. Discovery Bay Comics, thanks for joining us. The Comic Kid, thanks for joining us. Comics, Slabs, and Statues. One, thanks for joining us. Oh, look, and see, I was talking about I Lopez. Bro, Marty loves cosplayers.
I do. I absolutely do.
Amazing Murphinator.
Yeah.
Joe 447-47771. Who else? Jenna.
Pop.comics just popped up too.
Yeah. See, like, I
Oh,
love
no,
Ray.
she was there earlier. Pop.comics. Oh, Ray Biscuit. That's right. Yeah, his dog.
Yeah, we all love this.
Well, Marty has a new dog too. Call your dog, Marty.
Come here. Jameson, come here. Come say hi.
I'm gonna
Oh,
highlight you.
Right here.
There
Jameson.
you go.
Jameson is my service dog. I got him about 4 months ago.
Nice.
A nonprofit organization called Healing for Heroes, which they really help a lot of veterans out that have PTSD, depression, anxiety, things like that. It's a nonprofit organization, and it's up in Peachtree, Georgia. And if you guys don't know where it's close to the area where they do The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. I was there.
Yeah.
It was really nice to see. Nice
I
area.
actually went to the town because we did when I got him that week. We did a pack walk with all the dogs in the same town
Right.
that they did The Walking Dead. So it's very, very interesting to see all that stuff. But he's been amazing for me. He's with me 24/7. He goes to work with me. He basically does everything. And as you guys know, I've got 2 cats, you know, Ivy and Selena, and you guys see me post pictures of them all the time. You've seen them a lot. If you haven't seen them, they're all my old videos, and they're my girls, man. I love them. They're precious, you know. But there's nothing like unconditional love and
His dogs.
of a dog, man, because they're amazing, man. They're absolutely amazing. The last time I actually had a dog that was my own dog was when I was a child, you know. So he's a baby, man. I don't know if you guys are very familiar with shepherds or not, but they're big, whiny babies.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Big, whiny babies, man. It's like anywhere you go, and they've got to be around you constantly. They got to be around you. Ain't that right? Come here. I mean, look at him. He's sitting right here. I try to get him to go out, you know, just hey, go do your thing. You know, we're home now.
Yeah.
Relax. You don't have to work, you know. But he just wants to be around me constantly. So, but yeah, man. What is that? It's called Marky, the place where they did the Walking Dead. It starts with an S, man. But they have Alexander there. They have, you know, they have all.
They had the governor's place. The governor's
place. You know,
right.
It's
I
a
forgot the name.
little town, man.
Right.
But small little town. But it was very interesting to be able to go there. We did a pack walk all around the town. But yeah, guys, it's, you know, if you guys don't have a dog, man, if you're a vet, a veteran, not a veterinarian, but a vet. Okay. You guys, I'm telling you, man, Healing for Heroes, man, is a wonderful nonprofit organization. It's a wonderful program, man. Check them out. Or if you know somebody that is a vet that may be struggling with some type of PTSD, depression, anxiety, or anything like that, refer them. They're on Facebook as well. They also have their own website. And the veterans, for civilians, cost $600 for the week of training and everything. But as far if you're a veteran, it's absolutely free. And you go there, and the training, the certification through the American Disability organizations and everything like that. They're wonderful, man. Okay, anyways, let's talk about comic books, man. Okay.
No, I just want one more thing. Just one more thing. I like the theme you got going. You got two cats, Selena and Ivy, and the dog is Jameson. Does your dog demand pictures of Spider-Man every now and then?
Jameson, right? No, actually, Jameson was that was his name prior to me actually adopting him. Originally, I was going to name him Kenobi. His name was originally supposed to be Kenobi 1 Kirkus. So that was his name. Kenobi 1 Kirkus. However, he really responds really well to Jameson. So I just kept it Jameson. I was like, oh, look, Jameson, Spider-Man being J. Jonah Jameson. I was like, okay, I'll just keep it that. So we kept it that.
That's awesome.
That is.
Okay, guys, I think I've taken over the show, man. You guys,
man, don't worry. Man.
I think the mayor had more.
Yeah, there was another. What was the second topic?
Oh, the second topic, independent love, man.
Oh.
We all got the big two, right? Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
But as you see now, thanks to The Boys and Deadly Class and all these other independent shows, independent books are blowing up, man. So what do you guys think? You think of what? You think these independent books going to be as big as the big two, or what?
I think the independent books are okay. So the only thing giving life to most of them are the TV shows. That's about it. But like for example, I've always said this about independent books, they die off because they're owned by the creator, right? And so those creators don't want to give their characters to another creator to write on them. They'll never be like Marvel or DC. The reason they won't be like Marvel or DC is because, like, for example, Robert Kirkman just finished The Walking Dead. It's done. It's over with. No more. He's not going to give another writer the chance to write other stories on The Walking Dead. So that shit's died off. It's done.
Okay, that is true.
Batman.
That is true. But look how long The Walking Dead. Look how long The Walking Dead been running. 10 years.
Yeah, but doesn't matter. It's over with. No more. You're not going to get no more. No new, nothing written new with The Walking Dead. You could start up with volume 2 with another writer, a different part of the world, somebody else.
He'll never give that a book away.
Somebody else's story. He don't have to give it away. He could still keep it under his umbrella that he owns it and let somebody else. That's why I know exactly. That's why independents will never take over Marvel and DC.
I'm not saying taking over, but at least get some kind of recognition.
Yeah, they'll get their recognition.
Yeah, they will.
But they won't get as big as the big two.
Well, some of them are also
my opinion.
They're rebooting their characters that they had big, like Lady Death. I got to bring up because I used to be a big fan of Chaos Comics and all what they did. And of course, they were affected by the 90s bubble. They filed Chapter 11. He lost some of his characters, but he kept Lady Death. Flashback a couple of years from now, and he started up a Kickstarter to bring her back to see if there's any interest, and it's been blowing up for him on that front. He's already been to San Diego. He's got guest artists and everything, and he's still writing the stories. I wish he had kind of gotten Evil Ernie and everybody back from Dynamite, but he's moving on with that. And also Billy Tucci in his She Run. He's going to have a new Chapter 2 starting on Kickstarter because he's a local person out here on Long Island. He's always at the Long Island Con. So, yeah, some people are having interest with all these independent books, but I'm with E on that. I think they're just going to be shows, maybe a one-shot movie or something like that.
Yeah.
They'll get some notoriety, but they're never going to get to the level, I think, where DC and Marvel are.
They can if they let their universes in, the
That's what
different
Valent's
universes,
hoping
let
for.
them live. Yeah. So see, like Tom McFarlane has the right idea. That's why he never get rid of Spawn. He got so busy, he stopped writing and drawing for Spawn. He let other guys do it.
Right.
And that's
So
why Spawn is 300. I mean, Spawn was the
exactly.
longest running comic without any
Yeah.
interruptions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's how you would get to that point. They need to do that with their mainstream titles, like Invincible, another one. He ended it. He could have kept it.
But he's going to make a show out of that, so that might
It
help.
doesn't matter. The show is not gonna make the comic book last any longer. The comic book is done. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get it, man. But it's just like I think all these like streaming services, are trying to find. Okay, we already know DC and Marvel. They got their own distribution and all that stuff. What else can we get out there? What else is interesting? Hey, we can get this and that. Like you said with the boys, you guys are saying and raving about it. I gotta watch this thing. I was sold by the trailer. I know nothing about this comic, only of what you guys talked about.
So real quick, I just want to read this.
So it's cool.
I want to read this comment real quick. He says, "The Comic Kid. I find it hard to believe Kirkman intended to end The Walking Dead at 93. Feel like something happened and he ended it. Whatever the reason. I feel the same way also. With it, just because they also had issue 94, 95. They had the covers done for those issues already.
Well, those were mock covers. If you read the thing, he mocked those up.
Well,
he
said they were mock
throw
covers,
everybody
but
off.
I hear there was a lot of issues with AMC and the rights of the show and whatever royalties he wasn't getting or things like that. And I think that's part of the reason why he shut the show down. He won't admit it. This is just, of course, people speculating that he didn't want to give the show any more ideas.
It also could be because you've been reading it religiously. I've been on and off, when something major happens, and then I pick up the book. I'm like, oh shit, that happened. But has it been? You said it's been stagnant. It's just been like this. Nothing really big has happened besides a death or a new character, and that's about it. The story wise, has been like
Yeah, because when it first came out, it was all about the walkers and surviving against the walkers and all that stuff. And then lately, it just been like less walkers and more about society,
Right.
Like starting over.
That's how the comic books always been, though. If you read the original comic books, from one to, it's always been about the people
building
that type of community. You'll see the walkers and them battling the walkers every so often, but the earlier comic books of The Walking Dead and until now have always been about them going through the trials and tribulations of dealing with society and the people within the society, and every once in a while they'll fight walkers as an antagonist of just trying to, we've got something going on with these walkers as well.
It was more about the real people than more with the walkers were just thrown in just for like shit to happen to them and everything. But it was basically how society and everything would go fucking ape shit crazy. And this is what can happen and hope to God it will never fucking happen. But it's just crazy with the characters that he made out of it.
It's always been about the people, not so much the dead, the Walking Dead. It's never been really about the zombies, Zombies will show up and they have to fight the zombie, they have to get through, but then if you look at it, it always gravitates towards the people. Like, well, how are we going to do this? How are we going to get along while doing this? And so they try to show. They did that in the beginning, throughout the entire series of The Walking Dead, man, in the comic books.
It got people invested with the characters, just like with the comics and with the show. That's why everybody loves some of these characters, and they get mad or upset when like a major death happens, like with Glenn. That was huge.
That was huge.
That was huge when that happened in the book.
I remember watching that at the time with I was dating a girl at the time, and this was in Texas when it came out, and I remember sitting there watching it with her, and she just bawled and cried. And
My
she's
wife
like,
was
"Oh my
pissed. I
God."
knew it was happening, but my wife was pissed.
And you didn't know how it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen, but you just didn't know how it was going to happen, you know?
I had a feeling that he wasn't going to do it, though. I had one split second that he was going to throw a ruse, but he kept on yelling about it. He always wanted to do that.
For him killing Abraham, Abraham dies early on.
That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah.
In the comic books, right? He dies like in what series? In episode 8 or something, or number 8, or somewhere around that, right? And Glenn dies in 100, right? And so, but they, so he was on borrowed time. Abraham was on borrowed time for a while, right? So and they finally got rid of him, and then
same thing with Shane. Shane, he died in 2, didn't he?
Yeah,
he died real early.
He died real early. They only kept him on because the actor that played him fucking nailed it. He was a great.
I mean, shit, he's a monster, man.
Oh, it's fucking great. I love that actor, John Berthol. He was fucking awesome.
Yeah, and then I remember me and Ray were at the convention in Dallas, man, and he was there too, and then he was just walking through one of the aisles, man. I was just talking to Ray or somebody, and I was almost bumped into him, He's a short guy, man. He's a short guy. He's not very tall at all. He's kind of a short guy. And I was just like, sorry about that, man. He's like, yeah, you're good, bro. Yeah, not a problem, bro. But to go back to Mr. Mayer's question about the indie comics and everything, I don't think it's about I think it's more about the character than the actual publishers of the. You see what I'm saying? Because look at your characters. Look at your characters like Spawn. Look at your characters like Angela, who's coming back. A lot of people are speculating about Angela right now. Look at Lady Death. So all those characters, she, right? Mm-hmm. All those characters always. Everybody knows who those characters are. But not necessarily know who the companies that write them, like Image Comics or Atlas Comics or anything like that. They don't know that. I guarantee you, man, if you switch those characters over to DC or Marvel, guarantee those fucking books will fucking go way up, man.
That's true.
So
I agree.
Yeah, it's not about who's publishing the books or the company that the characters are in the books. If you have those characters that are well known. I mean, like Spawn. You put Spawn in Marvel, you put Spawn in DC, and put them in those continuities, man. Those things will always fucking skyrocket, man. I guarantee it. They will skyrocket because they already know who the characters are. They know who the characters are, but then you incorporate those characters into that continuity, man, and then you're opening such a broad range of possibilities for that character.
Yeah, like Angela, the perfect example.
Very.
You only know Angela. You only know Angela through Spawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now she's the Asgardian.
Is there anything else that Angela's known for?
She's an Asgardian now.
Asgardian, exactly. Yeah. You push them over to Marvel or push them over to DC, and then you open such a broad range of possibilities for that character to incorporate. Even if Marvel, because Marvel is going through the whole supernatural thing right now. The horror speckings and everything like that. Can you imagine what those two characters can do with Ghost Rider? They can do with Satana. They can do with Morbius or anything like that.
Yeah,
those books will skyrocket, man. I'm telling you. So I don't think it's, as I mentioned earlier, it's not necessarily all about who's publishing the books. It's about the characters, man.
Yeah.
I got one question.
Am I talking out of my ass here?
No. I got one question for all of you.
Real quick. Also, I wanted to, before we go too long, because I also wanted to get everyone's thoughts on. I know other channels have done it, but this is the first time we got to speak since the Phase 4 announcement. The Phase 4 panel announcement at San Diego Comic-Con. We didn't get a chance to express our thoughts on it. So I wanted to go over that before.
All right, well, before you do that,
go ahead, Mark.
Quick question. Just go around and just say the first thing. What was the first independent comic that you read? You go first. Yeah.
First independent comic, it was Image. I bought all the Image books.
Jeff.
It was Image.
Yeah, it was like Youngblood 1.
Mike.
Yeah, Image.
Marty.
Absolutely Image, yeah.
Crow. After I seen the movie, I went out and got the trade paperback, and that was my first independent book.
He set us up for that one. You know that, right?
He
I'm
did.
just
He
saying
did.
that,
Crow,
but I'm
Crow.
just,
That was amazing.
I'm
Great
just
movie,
saying.
man.
Crow.
I
Y'all
I
was the same.
Oh, shut the
different.
fuck! You trying?
Bro.
I'm trying to get. When that movie came out, that introduced me to say, "Hey, there's something better than the Marvel and DC out there." So, and that's how
Yeah,
I got
and
into
it-
the other independents.
Crow
And then-
motherfucker.
yeah, Crow motherfucker, get with it.
Fuck your image, man. Fuck your
I
image.
can't always rate motherfucker. All right.
Yeah, but remember, after that film and everything out, then they brought the Spawn film out, and then everybody got interested in Spawn. I was already reading it because that was like a big hit when that thing came out.
I remember when Spawn came out, the movie Spawn, man. I absolutely loved it, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed that too. Yeah.
I enjoyed
But
it.
you know what? Wait a minute. You. The question was the first independent book we bought or the first independent book we read?
First independent book that you read.
All right, then I'm changing my answer. It was not Image. It was Tank Girl. Because I
Okay.
saw, just like you, I saw the movie and I fell in love with the actress Laurie Fisher.
Mhm.
The hell?
All right.
Yo, Jeff is Jeff 6'7" or what?
Oh
Hey, bro.
man.
Dude, Tank
Hey,
Girl. Hey, I love my strong women. I love my strong
Hey,
women,
look.
man.
It's an that's what I was trying to get at.
What
hell?
did you
What
say?
was
You
your
said Tank Girl? Is that what you said?
Tank Girl?
Tank Girl.
Tank Girl.
Lori Petty.
I
Lori
never
Petty. That's her name. Lori Petty. Lori Petty. Tank Girl.
Ice-T was in it. He was one of the mutts.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. So going back to San Diego. Okay.
Okay.
So San Diego Comic Con happened. You saw like a week ago, whatever, and Marvel put out their Phase 4 panel that everybody was waiting for, and just my opinion on it was, I found, it wasn't excited. Like I wasn't excited about what I saw. You know, it was more. It's the first time they incorporated TV shows in their Phase 4 panel. It was kind of like a cop out to me.
Yeah, but I heard this Phase 4 is supposed to be on like 2 years, and after that they'll jump right back to Phase 5.
Well,
It was very lackluster.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I know everyone's excited about a Black Widow movie. I'm not really excited about a Black Widow movie. To be
Yeah, I mean,
honest.
What do you mean? You guys not excited to see Taskmaster?
No. No.
Like,
I'm waiting for all you to finish, and you'll get my opinion.
Like, yeah, I don't get me wrong. The shows are all the shows. I'm looking forward to watching them and all that. I just, as a Phase 4 announcement, I don't think
I feel like the Phase 4 was more like to introduce the Disney Plus, right?
Thank you. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Because you notice he
Yeah.
did not mention Black Panther 2 or
No.
Spider-Man or
Guardians 3.
Guardians 3.
He said it real quickly at the end. He said it real quickly at the end.
So
guys, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm excited to see any comic book movie that comes out, man.
Me too.
It's a big hit, or anything. I'm not judgmental, guys. When it comes,
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it like in.
I'm excited. I'm just excited about growing up as a freaking nerd that likes comic books, was in the Boy Scouts and shit like that. That wasn't widely accepted in the '80s, man. Being part of pop culture nowadays, and it's okay, man. People are really getting to it, and then the freaking hot chicks that cosplay that shit. Come on, that girl. But no, seriously, guys. I mean, it's an exciting time to be a nerd, man. There's so many possibilities. People are getting into so much stuff. So whatever they come out with, man, I'm excited to see. I just finished watching last week's Stranger Things season 3, man.
Oh, that was great, right?
Yeah.
It was cool.
Man, absolutely freaking loved it. I have no desire to see Jessica Jones, but I'm gonna watch it anyways.
No, it was good. This season was
people didn't
good.
like Jessica Jones. I liked it. It was very detective-y.
I'm gonna watch it anyways. But now that The Boys came out, I'm gonna watch that shit first.
Oh, The Boys.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
I'll go to Jessica Jones, man.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, there's so much wonderful stuff that is coming out, man. Sci-fi related.
So much content. Yeah.
I mean, everything like that, man. It's just.
If you look at, I go through. Sometimes I'll just, I'll see what's on regular TV, and there's always a Marvel movie on TV every day. Yeah, every day.
You know what I watch on regular TV, man? is a Travel Channel, History Channel, shit like that. Just kind of like documentaries and shit, man.
Yeah, Discovery and all that.
Discovery and all that shit, but like
Yeah.
Netflix, Hulu, whatever, man. I love the fact that there's so much out there for you to watch, man. And you know what's wonderful? A lot of people are like, man, I'm so behind on this shit, man. I'm so behind on Supergirl. I'm so behind on
Yep.
Doesn't
dude.
matter.
It's out there, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Fuck you want to get,
Yeah.
and then just when you're starting to catch up on other shit, something new comes out, man. You're like, oh man, I can't catch up on this now.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
that's why when it comes to the WB shows, I watch them as they air.
Yeah.
I watch them as they air, and then
That's just like comic books, man.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier from the beginning, not everybody has read every DC, Marvel, Image, independent comic book. There's no way you know everything about certain comic books, man, or every character there is, man, because you're never going to catch up, man, which is a wonderful thing because if you look forward into it, you're like, man, I got shit I got to fucking read, man. And if you don't know it, there's someone else that's going to know it that's read that before you and is going to spec that for you, right? Or going to tell you, hey, man, that's the first appearance of whatever. Or that's or this is the book you need to get, man, because they might be coming out of a TV show or a movie, or get it before it gets too hot, man. So that kind of like puts us in a full circle, like from what we talked about in the beginning. It's okay to spec, guys. It's okay to spec because you get knowledge from that. You get knowledge from TV shows. You get knowledge from a lot of things, man. And I'm fucking being long-winded again, so Biggies, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all right. It's that time. Are we gonna go over the books that are coming out Wednesday, or?
It's all up to y'all guys if you want to do it.
I will try with this new setting. I see a shared screen thing, so if you want,
you could share it. Yeah,
just give me a second. I do have it kind of open. I think. Hold on.
Yeah, once you hit share, I'll highlight it and
okay,
and I'll add you to the.
Share screen is the easiest with two sharing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's a tutorial.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll add it once.
Okay. So it's almost about the same here. Hold on.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It just once it shares, I'll get a little screen. Yeah, and
okay,
then
tell me
I'll
you
add
see
it.
it. Do you see it?
And
I
gotta add it to the thing now.
All right.
There we go.
All right. So this is
boom.
Yep. Shout out. Okay, let's get the
right. It's actually a little better. See.
Yeah, I was gonna say audio and picture are a lot better. So
look at it. We in the Brady Bunch setup.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Market thing where he just comes out with the whole what's coming up on Wednesday kind of thing.
Yeah.
We go over the books, so just real quick. What's going on? We only go through Marvel and DC because this is so.
I know.
Of course, we don't go through independent books.
We'll be here all night if we gotta go.
Seriously.
All right. Well, okay. Starting with DC, we got American Carnage #9, which I don't know if anybody's picking it up. Probably not. So we're just gonna go right to Batman Last Night on Earth.
Now, Marty, you get to see firsthand what's gonna be hot tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, Wednesday. I mean, and you could.
Wednesday, yeah.
That's
call you right? Tomorrow.
Yep. And then that's coming out, and then this is the variant.
That's been a good read. Well, issue 1 was good.
Oh, that's a John Romita Jr. variant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joker looked like a vampire.
Batman Secret Files #2.
That's from the Walmart, isn't it?
Probably.
I don't know.
Meh.
Anyway, let's keep it moving.
All right, Batman Who Laughs.
Or our boys.
That's the last issue on that.
Yeah, the last one. Yep.
The Doc cover, and what's the second? What's the other cover?
Okay.
This is supposed to lead up to that Batman and Superman thing, right?
Right, correct.
David Finch cover.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. David Finch is getting a little bit better now from what he was. He was really, really sloppy for some time, man. I mean, he was really good for a while, then he got really sloppy. Now he's starting to get a little bit better again, man.
Nope.
His wife must be giving him some, man.
Green Lantern Annual #1.
No, already an annual. I mean, this run has been really, really good. I'm about 4 books behind right now because, like I said, I've been busy. But I've been really digging it. I really thought when they rebooted again, I was like, come on, guys. You had a good run with Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. Why redo it again? And I'm glad they did because it's been really good. Artwork and story have been very good with this.
All right. Now, you know what? We're going to do some specking. Mm-hmm. Go down to the next 2 books.
Yep. Oh, Already, what is it sold out? It says wish list. Oh no, that's
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's full list, man.
all right.
Oh, it's gonna be
No,
all
but
annual.
it's on
this
wish
week.
list. You can't order it right now.
Yeah, you
so-
can't buy it.
It hasn't been going anywhere, to be honest with you. Just League's Dark. It hasn't been going anywhere. I don't.
What's the spec on it, Jeff?
I'm not sure. But
There-
when
there's
usually when Midtown do something like this, put a book on the wish list.
It's probably
That means
something with a
something going
character,
on.
something with a character, a new character.
That means they heard something.
But besides that, man, Just League's Dark's been freaking dead. No pun intended.
Red Hood and the Outlaw annual. Oh, we're in the annuals. All right.
Now, Marky, have you been still keeping track with Injustice, man? You still been reading that?
Yeah, I've been well, Injustice is over. Now it's all about Deceased, man. It's a great fucking run.
Yeah.
Man, I got the hardcovers. Is that it? Really? We're in
It's all
That's it,
annual.
yeah.
That's it. All right, that's it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quick. All right, not that many books. It's
Yeah, but
basically
whenever it's all annuals, that's it.
all right. Here we go.
I
Spider-Man.
know for IDW, if you guys been keeping up that Kanto,
Mm-hmm.
that issue 2 is coming out. That's been really hot.
Yeah, the Canto.
Thank you.
Avengers number 22. Supposedly, this is what I heard is starting something with Ghost Rider and the Avengers starting into his new series or something like that, like the jumping on point. And of course, the variant. Carnageized.
Everything's carnaged right now, man.
I also heard that the regular one is going to have that red bladder splattered blood whatever on it, and, on some of them.
Carnage symbiote on the logo.
Yeah.
I have no problem with anything being carnaged, but you know what? I think it's played out, dude. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Venom. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just promoting the absolute Carnage that's coming out next month. That's all.
So that's the Carnageized one in Black Panther.
Carnageized.
Fucking carnagize me, man.
Captain America.
God, Mario thought you was gonna go on Naked and Afraid.
Fuck yeah, man! I'm still gonna do that shit, man.
You apply for it or what?
I'm as long as they give me insect spray, man. I'm going on that shit, man. Show my tallywhacker to everybody, shit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, there's one cover and there's the other cover, and we're just going to move on. All right. Oh, wait a minute. There's another one? No, that was it. Those are the three covers. Captain America. Okay.
I was looking further ahead and that Conan. Look at that.
Yeah.
You can't.
No, not that one. The next one,
man. But there've been some really sucky artwork for Conan lately. To be honest with you.
Yeah, this one's sold out. This one's sold out.
Boris Vallejo, Joe Jusko, all those other people that used to do the fucking covers of Conan the Barbarian, man. I'm telling you, man, this recent shit is fucking shit, man.
Death's Head, Volume 2, another number 1. So Marvel's gonna have 20 million fucking covers.
pretty
Maybe
much.
not. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's check the next one. Nope, the same. There we go. A little bit different.
Garbage, man.
No, I never did like
That's
Death's Head. He came from the UK.
Yeah, I got those old
Like I was saying there, our boy Painey from the other side, he'd be like, meh.
Fantastic Four, number 12.
I think that's a book that ought to be good.
Oh, well, we got a Hulk and Thing fight?
Yeah, that's
what
I'm talking guys about the Hulk. That's the Immortal Hulk versus the Thing. Yeah.
There you go. That's a good run, the Immortal Hulk. I'm really enjoying that.
No, but it's not gonna. It's not in the Immortal Hulk run, but
it's all right.
What's that? What's that? Red thing? Is that a red thing now or what?
Yeah, it's a Carnage.
I don't have a red thing. All right.
And if you do, get some penicillin on that shit. Anyway.
Red.
Anyway, that's so wrong because the Human Torch, the symbiotes don't like fire. So anyway.
Shit. Oh, okay, that went weird. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Now I'm going to drop you all the way to the bottom of the
Are
screen.
you kidding me?
I kid you not.
You know what?
It almost seems like Marvel's really reaching right now.
Yeah.
I mean, DC staying constant with their books, but it almost seems like Marvel's trying to reach, man. Like they're really trying to fucking with all these carnage covers, and I don't know, man. It's garbage, dude. It's fucking.
I believe it. I believe it.
Okay, why did it do that? Oh, forget it. I give up.
It's all Marty's fault.
Yeah, I know. It's all Marty's fault. Hold
It's
on.
all my fault, brother, man. It's all my fault. I'm sticking with the fucking original Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know. So we're just gonna go past that.
One, that's where to go.
Nope, that's San Diego Comic-Con. Loki, another Loki. No, damn it. That's Jesus
That's
Christ. I hate when the Marvel Comic Presents number 7. I'm not gonna click it because I ain't going this back and forth shit here.
All right, man. Give me something interesting here, man. Because
I'm trying, man. Here's a variant.
all you're doing, man, is fucking rubbish, dude. I'm telling you.
Marvel Team Up number 4? I don't know.
Well, you keep going because they got listed the Power of X.
Power of X. Okay, there's a couple of covers with this, right? I can go like this.
Power of X compels you.
Power of
X compels you.
You know what, Marky? Next time, don't click on the title. Click on the cover.
Picture.
On the cover.
I got that.
Mark Brooks.
I got that one from last week, man. I mean,
that's the second part. That's the second connector cover.
Yeah.
Where
Wasn't that the House of X? Yeah, House of X that came out last week.
right.
Yeah.
You got to take this one to get the other part of it.
Oh, okay.
Like House of M.
Okay, I got what you're saying. Yeah.
This is Scotty Young.
But that's supposed to be the first appearance.
It's not even on. There we go.
You know, character.
I hate to say this, Enrique, man, but Marvel is really reaching with their books because the only thing that's keeping Marvel going right now is their fucking covers.
Right.
And the books suck shit as far as DC goes. DC's really been constant as far as storyline.
They're not even showing the Perez variant.
Yeah, you know it is there.
Come on, Marvel, step up your game, man. Give me some stories.
I gotta tell you, the Immortal Hulk run is a very good run, Marty. If you haven't read it, Jeff told me about it, and it's seriously, I really out of all the books out of Marvel, that's the one I'm reading. That's it.
Immortal Hulk. That's the
Immortal
only.
Hulk.
Yeah.
Immortal Hulk.
Venom is good. Anything Donny Cates is writing.
Yep.
And
that's sad, man. Is that
Super Black is good too.
So I read that one. Oh, and you know what was good too? Thanos.
The Thanos run, right?
I'm up to issue 4 on that one. That one's good.
Secret Wars Iron Hammer. Jesus fucking Christ! Just make one name. Oh my god.
Oh, that's when they folded the universe and you got heroes that merge.
Oh god.
So you got Iron Man who merged with Thor.
All right, Star Wars Age of Resistance special.
Yeah, Star Wars. Okay, anything Star Wars, guys, whether you read the novels, the comic books, or Star Wars Clone Wars, things like that, it's all canon.
Mm-hmm.
Great books to read, man, regardless if their storylines suck or not. Great books to read because they fill in gaps for your canons, okay? So I recommend you don't have to buy the books, digital, or you can torrent them. I'm not saying I support that, but if you can read it, man, it's good books to kind of fill in certain gaps because they're all canon.
Man. Star Wars Galaxy Edge number 4, since the park is now open, so everybody's getting these now.
Yeah, Immortal Hulk is good. I agree with
Timo actually posted a few videos from Galaxy Edge when he went, man.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I know.
Yeah, no.
Man, I want to go. Shit, I'm a Star Wars fan,
I want to fly the Falcon. That's all I want to do.
Here we go. Thanos, number 4.
Yeah. I was up to 4. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, volume 3, number 4.
That's the regular cover. Let me see the variant.
That was it. That's it. Just 2 covers.
It's garbage, man. It's garbage. Come on, man. It's garbage.
We got True Believers. Everybody likes getting the reprints.
And then they buy them for $1. Next thing you know, a week later, they're like fucking $20, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the Marvel fanboys.
Marvel fanboy. Venom Annual 4. Oh, hello. That
No,
is
that's the volume one.
Nice. That's a nice cover,
oh,
man.
volume 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like fucking hot evil villain sexy
Yeah,
chicks.
that's old, Marky.
Oh, that's old. Oh, for crying
Yeah.
out loud, they're killing me. Oh, so we're old already?
Yeah,
Or is it this one?
yeah, that's old, man.
This is all old.
The annual for Venom came out weeks ago.
Oh, all right. Fuck it. Well, then we're done.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Bye bye.
Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else. That was quick. Yeah, 'cause
That was quick.
it's usually when it's annual week, you know, in that part of the month, it's usually slow.
Yeah, when it's like 5
Yeah.
weeks in a month.
Yeah, there's really not. All right, guys. So I think that's it for today. I just want to thank my special guest Marty for joining us. Marty, any last words? Anything you want to promote? Anything? The floor is yours, man.
Well, no, first of all, man, hey, home of New York Warriors, Marky, Jeff, Joker, Biggie, fucking Steve-O's, Manny, get well soon, brother. Hope you
Yeah, man.
Eddie the comic guy. Anybody I forgot from the Warriors, man, thank you so much for having me on. It's been a great pleasure. I almost felt like this was a comic talk. We were bullshit.
It was, man. Just let you run with it. Like I said, you got an open invitation, man.
Yeah, just kind of ran with the shit, man. So it was a good time, man. I had a really great time tonight, man. Really good. And thank you for that were in the chat that just kind of like said, welcome Marty, or hey Marty, what's going on? Hey, thanks a lot, Big Lion, and all the other people and everything. Thank you so much, man. I felt very welcomed here. I felt very at home here. People in the chat made me feel just as welcome as well. So thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And
anytime, man. Anytime. If you want to go on the auction too, just let me know.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to come on sometime, man. So maybe sell some of my beautiful books or something like that,
definitely.
But,
Yeah.
Again, thank you so much, man.
Guys, I just want to remind you guys in the chat tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Oh, no, yeah, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, right here, home of the NY Warriors. Tuesday night auction. Special guest seller will be Jimmy C. First appearance of Jimmy C being, you know, on the live show, and Comic Brains will be with us also as a guest seller. You know what? We're not going to use this new format yet for the auction because we won't be able to fit everybody. You know, so we really have to think. Let us know in the comments, you know, what you guys think about the setup. I saw some of you guys' comments here, you know, how you like it and all that. This is a free system right now. There is the paid version, but I don't think the paid version allows you to put any more than 6 people anyway. So I don't think it's worth it. Just to be able to put my logo here, it doesn't make sense to pay that much money for that. But just, you know, just to be able to put a logo. I think 6 is the limit, so let's see what happens going forward, you know?
We'll play it by ear, guys. You know, we know changes are happening, and we'll try to conform with the times here.
Yeah.
Try to do our best.
You know? Mike, anything you want to say real quick?
Yeah, man. Tune in tomorrow for the auction, and thanks for everybody watching, man. Chat kept me entertained, and shout out to Marty, man. Thanks for joining us, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, my pleasure, brother.
All right.
What about you, Jeff?
This has been fun, man. I think this is like one of our best episodes. And if you guys have not seen it or read The Boys, read it, see the show on Amazon, it's great. That's all I got to say. Freaking good show.
All right, guys, that's it. Until next time. Peace.
Later,
Later, Gators.
Later.